Migration and Sustainable Development in the Gambia MSDG project and their partners on Saturday held the 6th Stake in the Nation Forum. Stake in the Nation Forum is part of the MSDG Technical Cooperation Program, co-financed by the Swiss Agency for Development and Cooperation and GK partners implemented with the government of the Gambia. The main aims of the Stake in the Nation Forum are to present updates on Gambian diaspora strategy and National Development Plan NDP, facilitate thematic discussions on how to improve development policy and practice, facilitate dialogue and networking between diaspora, government and non-state actors, launch relevant development policies, programs, projects and initiatives, as well as exploration of new approaches, concepts and frameworks for national development. This year's theme of the Stake in the Nation Forum is supporting private action for public benefit. Honorable Babakar Diouf, Minister of Trade, speaking on behalf of His Excellency President Adama Barrow, highlights the importance of the theme and the contribution of the diaspora in the fight against dictatorship.
The theme highlights the utmost importance of supporting private action for public benefit. To safeguard and expand the benefits of private actions for public benefit, we must strengthen the foundational base of peace, democracy, and good governance. In the dark days of dictatorship, a large proportion of Gambian diasporans were persecuted, threatened, or otherwise alienated from their motherland. They were forced to limit their economic inputs to just supporting the consumption needs of their families and friends. Through our collective actions as Gambians, we defeated dictatorship and we are now harnessing the benefits of the democratic dividend.
Honorable Sibi Keita, the Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, expressed his appreciation for the contribution of the diaspora, adding that the Gambia is now recognized globally as one of the highest recipients of remittances.
Based on the significant improvements in the data collection by the Central Bank of the Gambia, our country is now recognized as one of the highest recipients of remittances on a per capita basis in the world. This is evidence of the commitment of the diaspora to the development of our dear motherland. Through the issuances of the diaspora targeted bonds, our ambition is to transform the diaspora finance ecosystem such that the savings held by the diaspora abroad will be invested in a secure and rewarding products in the country here. Now is the opportune time to seize the immense opportunities presented through the technology platform. Through their remittances and other informal transfers, the diaspora have demonstrated their commitment to invest in the local economy.
His Excellency Andre Semedini, Ambassador of Switzerland to the Gambia, highlights the important contribution of the diaspora to the Gambia.
Between 2019 and 2020, the Gambian Diaspora and Migrants Directorate was created. This is a real success, and it is a pleasure for me to see that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, through the Gambia Diaspora Migration Directorate, is fully assuming its role as a reference institution at the government level. In this regard, let me emphasize that the revision of the Gambia diaspora policy or strategy, which is validated at the technical level, is now under the lead of the GDMD. I look forward to its political validation by the Gambian authorities and its implementation very soon. Secondly, I would like to speak about a topic that will be actually discussed in a panel that is following this session, and this is the Diaspora Development Fund. It was established in 2021. The mechanism provides co-financing and business advice to 55 diaspora projects on a diverse range of socio-economic activities in rural and urban areas of the Gambia. It is the first diaspora development fund in the Gambia and one of only a few diaspora-led funds in Africa.
Honorable Claudio Necour, Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, explains the contribution of basic education in national development.
Basic and secondary education prepares us with the fundamental learning skills, learning skills development, and interpersonal relationships. They are also places where we spend a large part of our childhood, making lifelong friendships, inculcating social, cultural norms, and preparing to be productive members of society.
Professor Jibril Fall, Director of GK Partners and MSDG Project, says Gambians living in Europe and America are an addition to their Gambianness, not a subtraction, as they continue to support their relatives back home.
Ndekete, gaining citizenship in Spain, the Kingdom of, or gaining citizenship in Italy or Canada, the Commonwealth of. Ndekete, it's not a subtraction of Gambianness. It is an addition. Ndekete, the remittances that we send do not subtract and diminish the sender. They improve and add on all. $712,450,000. Ndekete, the 8% reduction is not a diminution of flows to Gambia. It is in fact example of retention of those who moved into former remittances during COVID.
Dr. Abdoulaye Siré Jallow, first Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of the Gambia, says in 2022, Gambia registered over $700 million in remittances.
The flow of remittances has grown considerably in the Gambia. In the 5-year period between 2017 and 2021, it grew by more than threefold, and the numbers are there to be shared. This is quite significant and further substantiate the impact that diaspora and the remittances have had on the economy. Honorable Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, for 2022, the interim remittance inflow to the Gambia is $712,450,000 US. Even though this represents a contraction of 8% relative to last year, it is nonetheless significant. The contraction is partly due to increased utilization of informal sectors or channels to send money as COVID restrictions ease globally. As a result, there are some of these remittances that are not captured in the formal system in our official statistics.
Dr. Veronica P.S. Kerr, Associate Professor in Nursing, University of Maryland, Baltimore, says Gambians should graduate from neocolonialism and support Gambians.
The Gambia's national development can be realized if we value and are responsive to diasporic aspirations with the support of the government and citizens led by the President. We have major development challenges because of the underutilization of the intellectual capacity of Gambian diasporas. Gambians in the diaspora encounter monumental challenges when contributing to national development. For example, ethnicism, nepotism, lack of standards and work ethics, lack of the enforcement of laws and institutional policies, self-interest, self-aggrandizement, and mental slavery. Particularly, the inclination to seek expertise from non-Gambians because of the notion that non-Gambians are smarter and better. We must change our mindset and free ourselves from neo-colonialism.
The Stake in the Nation Forum brought diaspora groups together to engage with government ministries, departments, and agencies, as well as NGOs and CSOs on a wider range of developmental matters, contribute to formal policy, as well as strategic, thematic, and sectoral constitutions initiated by different government and quasi-government institutions. Reporting for Kerr, Fatou, I am Landin Cisse.